So along with exercise and being healthy, I'd like to offer you some other tips that could help you on your journey to conquering insomnia or chronic insomnia. And one of the things that I thought about was investing in a standing desk. As long as you're sitting, your body goes into a mode and it's preparing you for a rest that goes into a sleep eventually. And your body, your brain tells your body, it's time to go to sleep now when you're sitting down. So if you can invest in a standing desk for work, if you work in an office setting, do it. Otherwise, try to stay standing as often as you can throughout your day. Only sitting down for 15 minutes, and of course, at a time. And of course, you should, for your digestive health, sit down to eat. And also, in addition to that, instead of buying artificial melatonin, try to reestablish your biological clock yourself without the melatonin. Watch Dr. Oz on melatonin. You'll understand why it's actually not good for you to take melatonin. However, you can reestablish your biological clock yourself by going to bed and waking up at approximately the same time each day. Yes, even on weekends. It's hard, but you can do it. And one thing I want to stress to you is alcohol may make you sleepy, but it interferes with your sleep patterns, particularly your REM cycle, which is so important. So try to abstain from alcohol a couple hours before bed, as much as you can. Party seekers, please keep this in mind with your insomnia. You may think it makes you sleepy, but like alcohol and a whole bunch of other drugs out there, it can interfere with the important part of your sleep, which is the REM cycle. Also, any kind of light that your eyes are exposed to is bad before bed. It can tell your brain that it's time to be awake now. So even if your cell phone is on, turn it off. Anything that has any kind of light whatsoever, it's bad before bed. At least 1 to 2 hours. Turn off every light inside your house. And as much as possible, keep it as dark as much as possible. Back in the olden days, they went around with candle lights, and hardly anybody had insomnia, and I believe. So, you can see where cell phones and Androids and anything with a computer that creates light and puts it in your face can and will have an impact on your sleep, at least 1 to 2 hours before bed. So turn those things off or put them on a dimmer. Also, read a book before bed. That can help to calm your mind down. Yoga, meditation, those are all things that help. Another thing that helps is, again, retraining your biological clock, and part of that is blackout shades. If you can invest in blackout shades, my husband and I invested about $50 on blackout shades. That's not a lot. You can go up from there. For some people, it might be impossible to spend that kind of money, so instead you can get an eye mask that totally covers darkness, and those really do help. Make sure that they're comfortable on your face, because I have one that's no longer offers the comfort that it used to, so because I stretched it out so much from using it. Make sure you stay in the routine for a long time. We're talking a month or two before you start taking naps again. Keep the naps away. keep them at a minimum. Unless you're coming down with, like a head cold or something, you shouldn't really be taking the naps. Otherwise, you're going to reset your biological clock and have to start all over again. And you don't want to start all over again with this insomnia crap. You just don't. So stay away from any medications that say for sleep, for making you sleepy. Like, I know some people take NyQuil, but guess what? That contains the most obvious ingredient, which is alcohol. And those things aren't really good for you either. Talk to your doctor about medications. Look, I know it's not easy. I was on Xanax. My doctor prescribed to me Xanax, and I was at that desperate point where the Xanax did help, but it's so addicting, and after a while, the medications just screw up your insides. And so, like I said, just talk to your doctor. It can be a desperate situation when you're not sleeping, and you'll do anything. Like I said, even for me, it was Xanax. At one point, it was. Not anymore. But, you can get help. If one thing doesn't work, another thing will. Okay, and I think that's it. I think I covered just about everything that I forgot to say. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching, or listening, because you can't see my face. Alright, bye.